Hello, Manish. How are you?
I'm fine, ma'am. Thank you for asking.
Okay. So, Manish, what have you done today?
I first of all I woke up at 6:30. Thereafter, I went for my morning run. I completed 10K today. Thereafter, I had my breakfast and I went to my library. I completed my newspaper. I read about two articles. First was around the recent decision by the BCCI of banning the Bangladeshi captain from participating in the IPL. So the first was this, and the second was regarding the recent U.S. Action that it has taken against Venezuelan president. So these were the two articles. Thereafter, I started with my current affairs preparations for the AFCAT examination, and now I'm sitting here.
Okay, all right. So, Manish, you are coming from which place?
Ma'am, I come from Hisar, Haryana.
Hisar, Haryana. Okay, and what is so special about Hisar?
Ma'am, Hisar is a mixture of ancient civilizational values and also the modern industries like the Jindal factories. In terms of ancient civilizations, like Hisar is the place of the infamous Indus Valley civilization, Rakhi Gadi. We all have heard about it. It's one of the most sophisticated examples of the Indus Valley civilization. Ma'am. Besides that, Hisar is also a hub of agriculture university, uh, which is Haryana's largest agriculture university, and not just Hisar's, Haryana's, but it is also the Asia's largest agriculture university, ma'am, in which my grandfather has also served. So, besides that, Hisar is also a prominent educational hub in terms of competitive examination preparations.
Okay, all right. What all things did the archaeologist find in the excavations from Rakhigadi?
Ma'am, first and foremost, the Rakhi Ghadi is the only site where the red and grey pottery works have been found in terms of the sites which are located in the Indian section, ma'am. Besides that, Rakhi Ghadi also has a sophisticated drainage pattern, which is seen very prominently in Rakhi Ghadi.
Okay, and name some other sites of Haryana of IVC only.
Of Haryana, ma'am, first would be the nearby Lothal. Lothal is one of the site, ma'am.
Lothal is in Haryana.
I'm not really sure. I guess it's in Rajasthan. I'm not really sure about it, ma'am.
Okay, it's in Gujarat.
Yes, ma'am. It's
Okay.
a port town, I guess.
Yes,
Lothal is a port.
yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what else?
Uh, I'm not really familiar about the Haryana sites, ma'am. I'm familiar about the sites which are located in the Pakistan's Punjab region.
Okay, name any two sites.
Mohenjo-daro and Harappa, ma'am.
Mohenjo-daro and Harappa. There's one movie also with the same name.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and mm, what is the what we say? What is the short story of that movie?
I have not really watched the movie, ma'am, but I had seen some glimpses of the movie when I was young. It is basically revolving around the life of the journal people at Mohenjo-daro site, ma'am.
Okay, okay, all right, Manish. Now we are going to talk about your life only. Okay, I'm going to ask you a certain set of questions which you have to answer according to the serial. If you want to skip any question and want to move forward, that is your choice. Okay, so starting from your family background, you have to tell how many members are there, what these people are doing, how do you spend time with your family members, and where they are staying at present. Okay, then you have to talk about your educational background. Give me the idea of your scores that you have scored starting from class 10. Thereafter, what all decisions you have taken in terms of your sports, curricular, and academics. Mention about the streams that you have chosen after class 10 and about the graduation stream that you have taken. What was the reason for it? What all competitive exams you have faced? What all curricular and sports achievements you have got so far? Okay, and what are your career aspirations as per you now? Yes, you can start.
Okay, so to begin with, ma'am, about my family background, I come from a family of five members. In my family, I have my father, my mother, my younger sister, and my grandmother besides me. Talking about my father, he has been a retired army professional. He has served in the Indian Army in ordnance for 26 years. He retired from the post of Naib Subedar. Talking about my mother, she's a homemaker, and she has been the pillar of strength in my life throughout, ma'am. Talking about my sister, she's currently pursuing her first. She's currently preparing for her NEET examinations, ma'am. It's her first year of her drop year, and I think she's doing well in her preparations, and this year she will make it. Besides that, I have my grandmother in my family, ma'am. Talking about my educational background. I have done my schooling from Sainik School Lagrota for from class 6 to 12th. Thereafter, I completed my graduation from Indira Gandhi National Open University. In my class 10th, my score was
So
95%.
you have not appeared for NDA.
Ma'am, I have appeared for ND as well.
Okay, and you have completed your Sainik school matlab, till your class 12.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
Uh, so uh, I have completed my graduation from Indira Gandhi National Open University. In my class 10th, my score was 95%. In my class 12th, my score was 93% in physics, chemistry, maths, and bio as my subjects. In my graduation, my score was 65% in political science and international relations as my subject. Talking about why I chose my subjects in class 11th and 12th. Ma'am, I went with physics, chemistry, maths, and bio as my subjects because in my school, ma'am, we used to have two choices. The first was either to go for physics, chemistry, maths, and bio, or to go for IT in place of bio, ma'am. So I went ahead with bio, ma'am, because I was very interested in science subjects, and besides that, I was also very good in terms of my academic performances. So I thought that I'll be able to do justice with the bio as well. So I went ahead with bio, ma'am. Besides that, I was also very good in terms of my IT as a subject, ma'am, because I was able to score 100 out of 100 in my 10th board exams in IT. But still, I went ahead with bio because it appeared as more challenging and a more holistic subject as a whole. Uh, Talking about my decision of going for political science and international relations after my class 12th, ma'am. Like uh, after my class 12th, ma'am, I had my medicals going on for my National Defense Academy, in which my medicals were extended, ma'am, because of the COVID lockdown that was introduced in Delhi, ma'am. I was undergoing my medicals at Base Hospital, Delhi, and suddenly the Delhi lockdown was in place, ma'am. It was a period of uncertainty, ma'am, and because of that, I decided to, I had this clarity in my mind that if in case I'm not able to clear my medicals, I'll be appearing for civil services as my next target. So, in order to get a good understanding of humanitarian subjects, I decided to go ahead with the political science as my discipline. Why I chose political science in humanitarian subjects? The reason behind it was it was very simple to me, ma'am. I went ahead with my research. I went online. I searched the entire syllabus that was going to come in terms of the UPSC. I went online to the official site, read the entire notification, and in which I got to know that the political science as a discipline had a very vast syllabus that was coinciding with majority of the syllabus, ma'am. And that to me was the first thing that stuck out. Besides that, I also had a very keen interest in terms of the international relations aspect as well, the dynamic and the vast nature of international politics was something I really enjoyed. To me, ma'am, like political science and international relations as a subject, I saw that as a very good option that I had in front of me, and I went ahead with it, ma'am. Besides that, as I said, ma'am, like my medicals were still extended, so I decided to join the Indira Gandhi National Open University as a college in which I wanted to pursue my political science, ma'am. Uh, Coming on to my participation, my examinations that I have given. I first of all, ma'am, when I was in class sixth, I appeared for the All India Scenic School entrance examination, ma'am. I was first of all, I gave the exam for the Scenic School that was in my state only. I appeared for the Kunjpura exam, but I was not able to, get into the merit. Although I cleared the exam, I also cleared the interview and my medicals, but I was not able to clear the merit as such. But nevertheless, ma'am, I joined Sainik School Nagrota. There also I gave the exam and I cleared all the stages. Besides that, I have also appeared for NTSC in my class 11th. I scored a percentage of 89%,
What is
but I was not able.
NTSC?
Ma'am, it is the examination for National Talent Search Examination. It is an exam conducted by the Government of India in order to provide scholarships for interested candidates who are very talented in terms of their academics, and they'll sponsor their the graduation part of their academics, ma'am. That is a scholarship scheme by the Government of India. So I
Okay.
appeared for that as well, but I was not able to do justice with the exam. Like I was not really prepared, but still I tried to give the best, ma'am. I was not able to clear it. Thereafter, ma'am, I started focusing on my NDA examination in my class 11th onwards. During my class 12th, I appeared for my first exam for the NDA. It was in September 2019. I cleared the exam, ma'am. Thereafter, I also cleared my SSB. I got rejected in my medicals. After that, I have appeared for two AFCATs after that, after completing my graduation. And I have also appeared for three CDS, including this one. And I have also appeared for my prelims examination, ma'am, in which I cleared the exam in the very first go. Thereafter, I appeared for my mains examinations as well, ma'am, but I was not able to clear my mains, ma'am. These are the examinations that I have appeared since now, ma'am.
Okay. And
Talk,
what is the result of your AFCAT and CDSs?
Talking about the results of my AFCAT and CDSs, ma'am, I have appeared for two AFCATs till now, and I have cleared both my AFCATs. I have also appeared for the Coast Guard exam as well, ma'am. I forgot to mention. I have appeared for Coast Guard as well this time, and I have cleared it. Talking about my CDS attempts, I have given three CDS attempts, including this one, in which I have cleared only one attempt. Before this attempt, I was not able to clear CDS exam for two periods of time. So these are my attempts for CDS
And
and AFCAT.
AFCAT you have cleared all.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. And what about the results of their SSBs?
The first FCAT, I was not able to get screened in, ma'am, because I was document out. I was not having proper documentation in terms of my graduation. And in the second FCAT, I was screened out from 2 AFSB Mysore.
Okay. All right. And for the CDS one, you are going to have.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Manish, as I can see from your profile that you have done so many things in your life. You are a Zenit school student, है ना? And then you have taken bio and maths both subjects. Then you have pursued PSIR. You were good in IT also. You have started UPSC also. So don't you think that you are just fetching all the things around and you are not going in one direction? Because
Uh,
because if you would know that for NDA you have to you need to have good score in maths and you have to give maths paper. There is no role for bio. But then you were interested in bio also. If you were interested in IT also, then apart from doing BTech or some BSc, you have chosen PSIR. So what is the logic behind all of this?
Definitely, ma'am. Like as you said, like a person should focus on one direction in terms of his academic performances. Like my reasoning behind going in every direction is like I'm a person, ma'am, who has firmly believed in the ability of going in every direction. I have been someone who have been considered as the best performer in terms of his academics, in terms of his sports, and in terms of his extracurriculars. Me personally, ma'am, I think like a person should focus on the holistic understanding of his entire personality, and not just and in terms of personality, ma'am, his educational standards are also considered. In my opinion, a person should have. I believe that I should have. A very good understanding of all the subjects. I should be a jack of all trades and master of none, ma'am. So I have firm belief in that concept, ma'am. So that is one reasoning behind all my choices. Besides that, ma'am, I have been very clear in terms of my selection of career options, ma'am. Like I've also like since my sixth onwards, I have been living by the motto of one aim, one goal, NDA, and I had this complete clarity of joining the defense forces since my class six only. So like to me, ma'am, it was the uttermost requirement for joining such defense forces is to have a good understanding of all the subjects. So that is something, ma'am, I firmly believe. Uh, Besides that, ma'am, after my NDA medicals, I had 3 years in my graduation, and I wanted to utilize those 3 years in the most possible in the most better possible manner that I saw at that time. Like what I had analyzed is during my NDA exam, ma'am, I was able to score very well in terms of my maths and in terms of my English examinations, but I was not able to score well in terms of my GAT exam. Like I was struggling a lot in subjects like history, geography, and polity for most part of it now. And I was also struggling with
But
current
then
affairs
also
as
you
well.
have taken PSIR and you said that you are good in that.
Because of that reason, I picked up the political science and international relations, ma'am, because I wanted to, get a better understanding of these subjects for almost a period of 3 years. And because of that, ma'am, I'm able to, clear my prelims in the very first attempt because I had done justice in some sort of manner.
Okay. But your graduation marks dropped. You scored very well in your class 12th and also in class 10th, but you have chosen the subject of your graduation in which you were not that much interested and your marks dropped. Don't you think it is a bad sign and your parents must have said something to you? Matlab, your score dropped and your future is on risk now.
Uh, First of all, ma'am, like my parents have always been supporting me. They have always been there for me in all walks of my life. They have been constantly pushing me in terms of my academic performances, and definitely they were a little apprehended in terms of my marks. But my father, ma'am, like he has always been there for me. His words have always been ringing in my head. Like when I was not able to score well in my graduation, he was of the opinion like you should always focus on your preparations for the competitive examinations as your first priority, and if you are able to do justice with the exam, then only then I think like it's fine if you are not able to manage good marks. But the first priority of yours should be to give your best at every examination that you encounter. So that is my parents' opinion in terms of my academic performances, ma'am. What is my reasoning behind not able to perform good in my graduation, ma'am? Like I think in the initial 2 years of my graduation, ma'am, it took me a lot of time to understand these subjects, the demand of humanitarian subject as a whole, ma'am. I was not able to grasp the essence of these subjects in the very first go. It took me a lot of time, almost 1.5 years, and by the end of second year, I was very confident in terms of these subjects. What I used to do was, ma'am, like I must bring this up. During the initial months of my graduation, I was encountering a lot of issues in terms of the overall understanding of the syllabus. So what I used to do was I used to go back to the NCRTs of class 11th and 12th of these subjects, and I read them page by page. And because of that, first of all, I had to create a foundation of these subjects, and thereafter, I was able to get a better understanding of these subjects, man. So
Okay. So do
this
you
was
think it
one
was a
thing.
reasonably good idea to opt for PSIR, that too from IGNOU?
Definitely, ma'am. Like for me, opting for ICTU was a very good choice in terms of my academic performance. Like the decision to go for IGNU and also PSIR helped me a lot in terms of my performance in my UPSC exam. Because of these
And have you
choices that
taken
I
any
made, ma'am.
coaching also? Have you taken any coaching for civils?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I applied for a reputed coaching institute in my second year of graduation.
Which is?
I dedicated, which is Next IS, ma'am. I applied for Next IS
So that
coaching
is like
center.
offline classroom courses.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I applied for a 2 year offline course in which I was able to, dedicate better time or do justice with it because of the reason that I was applying from distance background, ma'am. So IGNU helped a lot in terms of my preparations, ma'am, in terms of my ability to do justice with my preparation of this examination. And I think the only reason that I was able to clear the examination in my very first attempt would be my choice of going for a distance platform. Although there are at times there are people who try to question my reasoning behind it, but I was very clear from the starting, ma'am. Like I had done my research. I went online. I searched about all the options that I had at that time, and to me, ma'am, IGNU was something like it is a reasonable platform. It has been considered as the largest online university. It is government approved, and I also went ahead and researched like all the documentations and all the validity of the degree. I counter checked it to the examinations that I was targeting, and after having proper understanding of all these, only then I applied for the graduation from there. So I
Okay,
think
all right,
it
fair
was the
enough.
right direction.
Okay, all right, Manish. So you have appeared for NDA only once. Why not second time or the third time?
I wanted to appear for a lot of times, ma'am. I wanted to give all the attempts that I had with me, but my issue that I faced in such an act was I was medically out from my very first attempt, and the reasoning behind it was my eyesight, ma'am. I was having a higher eyesight in my left eye by 0.75. I had higher eyesight in my left eye, and because of that I was not eligible in terms of my medical criteria for the ND entry and my TES entries as well. So because of that I was not focusing on the entries which were of the age of below 20, ma'am. So what recently I have done is I have had my LASIK surgery done past year in January 2024, and that I had planned it prior as well, ma'am. So after having proper, relaxation period of my surgery, I have appeared for the examination again.
Okay, all right. So the medical issue got corrected now, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so after your graduation, you were preparing, or in your graduation, you were preparing for CSC, and you also thought for giving the CDS and AFCAT. You are giving that also. So what is your preference if given a choice? You want to pursue civil services, or you want to go in the army, navy, or air force?
For me, ma'am, the question was never about going for CDS or CSE. I have always been very clear that I have to join my defense forces as my first priority. And to me, the civil services was the option that I had in terms of my graduation, ma'am. Like I had 3 years of my graduation. I wanted to, do justice with it. So I went ahead with preparation for my civil services. And the reasoning I also had that, like, to me it was very clear that if I'm able to do justice with my civil service preparation, I will be able to crack any other examination, and it would more so help my CDS preparations as well, ma'am. So This, I think, like the hierarchy of like options that I have. And I have been very clear in terms of my preferences, ma'am. Like I have started, running and playing, badminton from my third year only, ma'am. I have also done my LASIK surgery planned from the time that I had decided that I will be appearing for my CDS examinations. So all the actions that I have taken, were only in the direction of CDS. So I think, like, I was always very clear in terms of my priorities for both the examinations.
Okay. So, getting it, but you have done your graduation from IGNOU. Don't you think you have done injustice in terms of your college life, where you could have gone to regular college and spent time with friends? Because you are coming from Sainik school background, so there also you were in the boys zone only, and the full military background was there. So, don't you think you would have explored a little more the civil life and the exposure with the people outside, being in the co-ed environment and all?
Definitely, ma'am. The college provides you a lot of opportunity in terms of co-curricular activities, in terms of people-to-people and peer-to-peer interactions. But definitely, ma'am, I do not think that I have, missed any of those, because I was going to a regular coaching institute. There as well, I was having regular interactions in terms of people-to-people interactions, and I had a lot of friends. I had a good set of people around me, ma'am, like-minded people who were preparing for the same examinations that I was preparing. So, in terms of the interaction is concerned, ma'am, I think I have not lacked anything there. But definitely, ma'am, like if we consider the sports and the extracurricular part is concerned, I think I lacked a little. But to do justice with it, I focused all of my time in terms of my preparations, ma'am. And I have also started, going for marathons and attending regular events from my third year as well. So I tried to do justice with that, ma'am.
Okay, all right. So, tell me something about your friends. What kind of friend circle are you having? How do you spend time with them? Also, mention about your best friend and his qualities, three qualities which you admire the most, and two qualities which you want him or her to improve.
Okay, ma'am. Talking about my friend circle, I share a very extensive friend circle. Uh, I have been close with my all my friends from my school onwards, who they are in constant touch with me since then. I also met a lot of good friends after my school in my graduation as well. Uh, I met them in my coaching centers. I still have a lot of friends in my library as well. Besides that, I also share a good friend circle in my badminton academy, and these are my friend circles, ma'am. To name a few of my friends would be like Parth. I met him in my library. I also have a friend, Karthik, who lives just besides my house, ma'am. I also have a lot of friends from my regular coaching institute. To name a few would be Aditya, Sindhu. These are there with me, ma'am, throughout my preparation for civil services. To name my best friend would be Raghav. Has always been there for me, ma'am. Like we have been in constant touch since our class sixth onwards. Why was Raghav my best friend? If you ask, ma'am, so I would say my school number was 3884, and Raghav's school number was 3885. So we met on the very first day, and since then, ma'am, we have been together. And to bring out three qualities that I like about Raghav, the first and foremost would be his calm nature, man. He's always very calm and composed in terms of his dealings with every single one. He's very polite in terms of his dealings with elders, with his peers, and with his juniors. So this is the first thing that I really appreciate about him. The second thing is his habit of remembering all the birthdays of every single person, ma'am, that he meets. Raghav has this tendency of always wishing all my friends prior to me, because he has memorized all the date of births of every single person. So this is something that I think I really appreciate about Raghav, man. Besides that, the third thing that I really appreciate about Raghav is he's very close with his family, man. He has a elder brother to him, and he and his brother are always very close in terms of their nature with their family, man. Like they always make this a priority of theirs to visit their parents in 2 to 3 months wherever they are, and they also have this priority of going to their own village to visit their grandmother, and they have this priority in their family, man. So I really appreciate his habit of prioritizing his family, man. Talking about two things that I would like to improve in Raghav, ma'am. The first and foremost would definitely be his eating habits. Like Raghav, since his class sixth onwards, ma'am, like he does not really have a good eating habits as far as eating habits is concerned, ma'am. Like he usually has this habit of skipping meals. When you were in school as well, he used to skip a lot of meals, and he used to ask me to bring his food to the hostel, ma'am. So he still continues this habit, ma'am. This is something that I think he should change. The second thing is he has this tendency of delaying few tasks to the last moments, ma'am. Like if he has this form that is he has to fill, so he'll usually delay it to the very last moment, ma'am. So this is something I think he should prioritize as his personality is concerned.
Okay, all right. And what exams this Raghav is giving? Is he also preparing for competitive?
Yes, ma'am. He has been preparing for civil services. During my graduation, he was also preparing for it. And right now, he's pursuing his master's in international relations from JNU, ma'am.
Okay, has he cleared any prelims or mains?
No, ma'am. He was not able to clear the prelims in his first attempt, but I think this will be his second attempt, and he'll do good this time.
Okay, this time it will be the second attempt.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right, all right. Okay. So now you tell me about your sport activities, because you have done a lot of sporting activities in your life. Which game particularly you like to play the most, and which game particularly you like to watch the most? Okay, and which is the last tournament that you have watched?
Okay, ma'am. So, talking about my participations in sport activities, I have been a very active participant in terms of volleyball. I have played badminton. I have played shot put, and I have also run 1600 meters, and recently I have picked up 10K and 21 kilometers as well. So, talking about the last tournament that I have played, that I have watched, is I have recently watched yesterday only the men's badminton championship that is being held at Kuala Lumpur. I watched the match in of a budding Indian player. His name is Ayush Shetty. He has been performing really good recently, and his match was against Lo Ken Yu, who is also a very talented player. Uh, so
From which country?
all Lo Kenyu is from Singapore, ma'am. He
Okay,
has been struggling a lot recently due to an injury that he encountered, and he's trying to make a comeback. And the match was between him and the young talent from our country, India. So it was a very close match, and during that match, ma'am, Ayush won the game, and it was a very wonderful watch to see the young talent win, ma'am. Talking about the sports that I like to play the most, ma'am, would definitely be volleyball. As I have played volleyball for 7 years, ma'am, and considered it is a team game. So whenever I try to play volleyball, I get reminded of my peers from my school, of all the things that I have done along with my friends. Like it brings back a lot of memories. Besides that, like volleyball as a sport builds a lot of chemistry in terms of your peers, man. So I think that aspect is something that I really appreciate about volleyball. Also, volleyball as a sport has a lot of dynamics involved into it. There are a lot of things that go behind a point, go behind winning a point. So that aspect as well is something that I really cherish about it. A sport that I really like to watch a lot would be badminton, man. As I have recently picked up the sport, I try to learn a lot of things from watching as well. I have this tendency of watching a lot of games of a lot of players. I like to watch a lot of players, and I like to analyze their playing style. Are they attacking or are they defending? And what are all their traits, and how are they able to do justice with it?
Okay, so
So
which
that's something.
Indian badminton player you like the most in terms of the playing style?
I like the playstyle of HS Pranoy a lot, man. Like HS Pranoy is considered to be a very old legend from the India, man. Currently, also he's playing, and he has been relevant for a very long period of time, and
What is
he
the
is
unique
able
style
to.
he is having?
He has a very mixed style of playing, ma'am. He's very conservative in terms of his short choices. Although he is very conservative, but he also has this tendency of fighting for the very last moment, ma'am. Because although he is very old as far as age is concerned, but he still has the fight in him to go to the very last point and score at the end moment. So this is something that I really appreciate about Pranoy. And what I also would like to highlight, ma'am, like the recent Indian participation in the Olympics, wherein our young talent Lakshya Sen won fourth, ma'am. So Lakshya Sen also had the opportunity to go for the gold, ma'am, but he was not able to do well as far as the last set was concerned. But I think this is something that separates a good player from that separates an excellent player from a good player.
Mm.
And I think
There's one shot of
Pranoy has
Lakshya
this.
Sen that became very viral of the Olympics. Do you remember that?
Sorry, ma'am, I'm not really familiar what shot that is.
Okay, so from the Olympics when he was playing, so some backhand shot he has given, matlab, from the reverse side only. So that became
Okay,
very
ma'am.
viral. Okay, no issues with that. Can you name some other badminton players of India who have brought Olympic medals to us?
The first and foremost would be PV Sindhu, ma'am. PV Sindhu won the silver medal in terms of women categories concerned.
And
Also,
that was the
Saina.
first silver medal any women player
Yes, ma'am.
have brought.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Other was Saina Nehwal. She also brought bronze for the India in badminton, ma'am. Besides that, I must also mention Kidambi Shrikant was also there during the COVID periods, ma'am. Kidambi Shrikant was the first Indian to be world number one for almost 2 years consecutively, ma'am. So he has also performed really well as far as men's badminton is concerned.
okay. And talking about the last Olympics, which all players have won medals for India and in which game?
I'm sorry to say, ma'am, I did not really watch the Olympics, ma'am. I just watched the badminton category only.
No, but you must be doing the current affairs, na, for your written exams and for your other preparation. So according to that.
I also watched the javelin throw event of Neeraj Chopra. He also secured third position as far as his medal is concerned. Besides that, I'm not really aware about any Indian players that has secured any medals.
Okay, not heard the name of Manu Bhakar.
Yes, ma'am. I have heard about Manu Bakar, but I'm not really familiar what all medals that she has won.
Okay, so she is a shooter and she has brought
Yes, ma'am.
two medals in one Olympics. So that is a great thing. Okay. All right. So other than that, tell me something about your hobbies and interests. What all things you like to do in your alone time and what all things you do with your friends.
Okay, ma'am. So, talking about my hobbies and interest, I'm a person who likes to go on morning runs, ma'am, and I also enjoy badminton in the evenings. I also like to read newspapers, and I also have a keen interest in solving Sudokus and watching Formula One and watching badminton tournaments as well on YouTube. So, talking about
So
my
Formula One you are watching on YouTube only.
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and what all players you admire the most?
I definitely, ma'am. Max Verstappen is the player that I admire the most, ma'am.
And
Uh,
which car or which this racing
he represents the Red Bulls as a team, ma'am. He has been very considered as the legend in terms of his performance.
okay.
He had the season in which he dominated almost every race. And he just won. He just lost one tournament in the entire year, and that was something that shook the entire world. And since then, he has been very consistent, ma'am. The kind of control over his nerves that he has is something that I really appreciate.
Okay, what about the other players who are matlab, very famous?
Lewis Hamilton, we all have heard, ma'am. He had a lot of dominant runs in terms of his career, ma'am. But recently, he has not been performing because he has switched to another team, Mercedes. Also, ma'am, I would like to highlight that Formula One is not a solo game; it's a team game. There are a lot of chemistries, team chemistries that are involved. A lot of teams build their car in different ways, and a lot of time it's a gamble to come up with a good car that works better in terms of ground as far as ground practices are concerned. So recently he has not been performing well. Talking about other players would be Lando Norris. This year, the past year, he has been the winner of the best driver award. Besides that, his teammate Oscar Piastri is also very famous, and both of these players are from the team McLaren. McLaren also won the constructors trophy last year, and the third position was Max Verstappen.
Okay. Do we also have any Indian Formula One player or anyone who does the racing?
Not as far as the main Formula One teams are concerned. We have not had any the privilege of any Indian racer, but recently, ma'am, Indian player Kush Maini represented the Formula One in the Tier Two category, ma'am. He finished on the podium, and he was also Indian driver. So this is something that I have recently
Okay.
heard.
Is there any female player also in terms of racing? She is in the news recently.
Sorry, ma'am, I'm not really aware.
You're not aware of that. Okay, all right. And you also mentioned that you like to go for runs and you are running quite long, right? You are having like 10
Yes, ma'am.
kilometers, 5 kilometers. So, in how many minutes you cover 10 kilometers?
Ma'am, I complete my 10K in 60 minutes, ma'am, on
60
an
minutes.
average.
Okay, on an average. Okay. And when you go for the short runs, 5 kilometers?
I usually don't clock my timings for short runs, ma'am. 5K, I usually don't really cover. But to give a guess, ma'am, I would cover it in 30 minutes, ma'am.
Cover it in 30 minutes. Okay, all right. And what about the short races, sprints? Sprints and all you don't do?
I have not been doing sprints, ma'am.
Okay, fine. And you also mentioned about the reading newspaper thing and following up the news. Can you tell me that what is happening between USA and Venezuela? What is the whole context of the news?
The to be specific about the context that has led to the U.S. Actions, ma'am, would definitely be the involvement of China, ma'am. How China is getting into spheres of influence as far as the South American continent is concerned. Recently, ma'am, China has been trading its crude oil with Venezuela, ma'am, and this has been the point of concern for US for a very long period of time. Also, US was trying to pressurize Venezuela to do a lot of crude oils trades with with the US side only, but Venezuela tried to deny it, ma'am. Also, US was concerned about the rise of communism in its backyard, ma'am. Like Venezuela as a country has been a supporter of communist powers throughout the globe. So that was also a cause of concern for the US side. And to me, ma'am, the third priority, the third cause of concern would be the overall petrodollar chemistry, ma'am. Like we all are familiar that the entire global trade is conducted in terms of US dollars, and as the Venezuela was doing its trade with the China in Chinese yuan, so I think that was a direct threat to the stronghold of dollar as far as trade is global trade is concerned. So these were a lot of areas I think that were a direct threat to the strength of the US, man, as far as global power is concerned. Uh, so these are the cause of concern, ma'am. Besides that, Venezuela is also a host to a lot of gold and mineral reserves as well, ma'am. So that is also something, as we all are familiar about the recent the Chinese guardianship over the rare earth materials. So rare earth metals. So I think Venezuela, as far as Venezuela is concerned, it is also a hub to a lot of these minerals. So these were also a cause of concern for the US.
Okay, all right. So, Manish, as a student of political science, how will you define communism?
Communism as an ideology, ma'am, it originated with Karl Marx, but it has a long roots as far as civilization is concerned. If I talk about the facets of communism, ma'am, as an ideology, it focuses on the power to the citizens. It ensures that each and every citizen should have the authority over the land. The land is the major cause of concern, ma'am. Here, like under communism, the power resides with the people, and the land rights goes to the government, ma'am. And overall, it comes back to the citizens, ma'am.
Okay, all right. And you mentioned about the Karl Marx. So, what all theories he has given?
Karl Marx, ma'am, I'm not really familiar about all the works of Karl Marx, ma'am, but he has been the face of the communism ideology as a whole. He was the first one who wrote about communism in one of his works, ma'am. I'm not really aware about its name.
Any particular
Uh,
book that he has written?
Sorry, ma'am, I'm not really aware.
Okay, and any other theorist or philosopher you can remember from your PSIR?
Jean-Jacques Rousseau, ma'am. He has been my favorite philosopher from the Renaissance period as such, ma'am.
Okay, why he's your favorite?
He was the face behind the ideas of the French Revolution, ma'am. He was the single philosopher who was spreading the ideas of liberty and fraternity in the society of France, ma'am, at that time. And ultimately, these ideas, caught a lot of fire, and they led to the French Revolution, ma'am. So the ideas of liberty, fraternity, and equality were given by Jean-Jacques Rousseau, and these ideas have been shaping our current society as well, ma'am. So they were originated in the minds of this philosopher.
So how we have taken these things in our constitution or in our political scenario?
The first and foremost would be the use of fundamental rights, ma'am. Like the assurances of rights to each and every citizen is something that the French Revolution has brought to the world. The concept of rule of law was brought in by these modern ideas, and since the idea of constitution as a whole has been a testament to the rule of law, ma'am. Besides that, the use of directive principles all as well.
Anything
Uh, the,
in the preamble particularly if that we have taken?
uh, the ideas of liberty, equality, and fraternity have their mention in terms of preamble as well, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, all right, Manish. Now, tell me something about your strengths and weaknesses, your three strengths and three weaknesses, and what all things are you doing to improve your weaknesses?
Okay, ma'am. To begin with, the first strength that I think I have is I think I'm a very resilient person. Uh, Throughout my life, ma'am, I have encountered a lot of difficulties or challenges, but I have stood strong and I have always thought about overcoming the daily challenges that I really face. So I think resilience is something that I really have. Besides that, I think I'm a team player because I have played a lot of sports in my life. I think I'm a very good team player as far as my ability to gel in a group is concerned. I think I'm a very good team player. The third, I think, is I'm a solution oriented person, ma'am. Like usually, I have this tendency of always staying positive. People used to call me Modulus X as a very common name because I used to be always very positive as far as my overall demeanor is concerned.
Okay.
Also, ma'am. I also had this funny name of motivator Manish because I used to motivate a lot of people around me. So
Can
I
you
think
recall any one problem that you have solved recently?
recently that I solved a problem. It would be with my mother, ma'am. Like she was having this trouble of not being able to pay her money to the monthly dues that were given to the milkman, ma'am. So what she used to struggle with was she used to go to the bank one day prior and get all the cash that she had to give. But what I recently done was I went to her and I taught her how to use the online Paytm platforms, ma'am. So because of that, she has understood it very well, and she's able to make all her payments on her own, and she does not have to rely on any other person in our family, ma'am. So this is something that I solved as a problem, ma'am. Talking about the weaknesses that I think I have, ma'am, the first and foremost would be my lack of ability to remember facts and dates, ma'am. Like I struggle a lot, ma'am, as far as remembering is concerned. I tend to forget a lot of minute dates and minute. As far as birthdays are concerned, I tend to struggle a lot, ma'am. But after talking to Raghav, ma'am, I recently have started to work on it. What I have really done is, as far as recalling is concerned, ma'am, I have started implementing things like active recalling and mnemonics, ma'am. I make a lot of mnemonics and I do a lot of active recalling in my leisure time. Whenever, if I'm running, ma'am, I try to recall things, whatever I have started. So this is something that I have recently done and it has been helping, ma'am. Besides that, if I talk about other weaknesses that I think I have, uh, uh, would be, ma'am, I tend to struggle a lot as far as studying from online methods are concerned. Coming from a Sainik school background, we have done our studies from conventional methods of reading textbooks, ma'am. But after my school, ma'am, like I had to start studying from other mediums, like from online, ma'am. So during the COVID time, ma'am, I used to struggle a lot. But recently, ma'am, I have switched. Has started implementing the use of AI in my day-to-day activities, ma'am. So this is something that I have started picking up recently, ma'am. Besides that, I not really think like I struggle with a lot of things, ma'am.
Okay, all right, Manish. So, the last question is if you have to rate your performance in your psychology interview and GTO, so how will you rate yourself?
I would rate, ma'am, 8 in all of these, ma'am. Like as far as my GTO is concerned, it can be a little less. Like I can be 7, ma'am. But as far as interview and psych is concerned, I would give a solid 8, ma'am.
Okay, and why is it so? Why not all 10?
There is always a scope of improvement, ma'am. Definitely. I can always work on understanding my current affairs in a better manner. As far as my psych is concerned, I can always implement more activities in my day-to-day activities. I can always do more brainstorming, ma'am. So there is always a scope of improvement as far as your performance is concerned, ma'am.
Okay, okay, Manish. And suppose if not armed forces, so then which branch, where you want to build your career?
If not armed forces, ma'am, I would definitely opt for civil services as my next priority, and either go for civil services or state civil services, or I would go for. I have also started recently studying for CAPF as well, ma'am. That to me is also a good option to go for defense forces. So these are the options that I'm considering.
Okay, and suppose if you make it for the for the army, so which regiment you wants to join?
Definitely Gorkha regiments, ma'am. Since my childhood onwards, I have been very attracted to the Gorkha regiment as a whole, ma'am.
And why is it so?
The first interaction that I had about Gorkha was when I attended the RDC camp, ma'am. During the Army Day celebration at the Karyappa Stadium at Delhi, I saw the marching contingent of the Gorkha Rifles, ma'am. And I still, even while telling you, ma'am, I'm filled with goosebumps. Like the energy that they brought to the entire ground, ma'am, like it was phenomenal. The entire Gorkha contingent, the dress they have, the energy that they brought in, the entire chatki that they had, ma'am, was something out of this world, ma'am. And since then, I have been studying a lot about the Gorkha rifles as a whole, and uh, the Sam Manekshaw incident as well, ma'am. So all these activities have.
So there's one famous dialogue of the Gorkhas. What is that? Hello, Manish, are you there? Hello, hello, Manish.